All right, good evening. It's late night tonight, 9:45, but we sold a guitar, so we got to get it packed up so I can get it shipped out in the morning. We did sell Matt's PRS. That was quick. We listed it, and it was sold the next morning, so I knew that was going to go quick. I didn't realize it'd go that quick, but it went really fast, like 12 hours. So we're going to just go over real quick what goes in here, because this is my reverb boxing video. So the customer gets a video, see how his guitar was packed, and if anything goes wrong during shipping, the customer and I both have proof of evidence that it was properly packed, and anything at that point falls on the shipper. So here is the guitar strap that came with it. We're going to go ahead and just stick that there, unsnap this little cover here, oxygen beads to take out the moisture in the case. That's here. There is the little Allen key truss rod wrench right there. I think I'm going to pull this paperwork out and seal that, because that little truss rod wrench fell out, and he can put the paperwork back in there once it gets it, but I would hate to see that wiggle its way through here and scratch the finish on the guitar. So we're just going to roll up those two wrenches and put them right there. Over here, might as well put this in here too, just so we don't have any more loose parts flopping around in the case. That is the case key and 2 extra locks for the locking tuners, the little screw locks. So again, with the case bouncing around, I don't want any kind of metal tools falling out. You just never know. So we're going to put them in here with these wrenches and seal it up. That way, nothing works its way through the lid and scratches up the guitar while it's in shipping. So, as we previously looked, here is the original hang tag on the guitar, and if you look at here, it says it had 9.5 40s. Nope, it just says 9.5 gauge strings on it, and that's what Matt was using on it, was these 9.5s, because that's what the guitar is set up for. I put these SIT, Stay in Tune, made in America, Akron, Ohio. These strings I put on it after I took it apart and cleaned it up. So that is what's on it right now, brand spanking new, never played. The customer requested that I put a set of 10s in here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a set of 10s in there for him, just as he requested. But just, whoop, the string caught the pack there. Just to be clear, the guitar was set up for 9s. So that's what's on the guitar. If you go with a bigger set of strings, you may require a little bit of setup to make that work, because going with a bigger string, with the intonation set and everything, and when you strum it, the bigger strings may vibrate and hit the frets. So just be aware, going with a bigger string may cause you an issue. So just make sure that you play it as is right now. Check it out. I think you'll be happy with the way it's set up. But if you really want 10s, just pre-warning you, bigger set of strings could require a little bit of tinkering with your height adjustment. So anyways, here is this paper right here. I don't think is supposed to be in there. It says PRS CE22 bolt-on. Well, it's not a bolt-on neck, so I think Matt said they might have just thrown that in there when he bought it. But I'm going to stick it in there because that's what came with it. But this is a 2005 accessory brochure. So all the stuff that they sold back in 2005, their apparel and accessory stuff like that. That's a pretty cool little book. I'm going to throw that in there. And then we have just some important notice, standard issue stuff about your guitar and the care of it. And then this is the PRS limited warranty card. I'm used to the blue ones because they're Gibson. This one's a PRS. But anyways, that's going in there in the original hang tag. So we can close that up. I'm going to go ahead and shut this lid for a second because I don't want to whack the guitar into it. But we're going to take one final look here at the 2005 PRS Custom 22 20th anniversary. That's a lot to say in one big bite there. And this does have the birds in flight inlays that are unique to just the 20th anniversary. And there you can see the locking tuners, and they are like a micro Grover style tuner, but they are PRS tuners. And you can see the hand painted serial number on there because this is an American made PRS. Just absolute beautiful body contours, comfort cut and everything on it. Just an absolute beautiful guitar. It does have the 10 top flame maple, and I see bird's eye in here too. I don't know if you'll see that on the camera or not, but there are a few bird's eyes in this top if you look careful enough. And it's just an absolute beautiful guitar. It does have the wrap tail, which Trogley says was discontinued in 2006, and the Custom 22 was also discontinued. From far as I can see on all the research I've done, has the Dragon 2 pickups in it with the 5-way switch. Very, very unique guitar. I really fell in love with this, and I really wanted to buy it, but the wife said, no, not right at this time because you're building 2 guitars and you just spent money on other guitars, blah, blah, blah. You know how the wife thing is. Anywho, volume and tone, 500K pots, just very unique. And all the other 20th anniversary that I've seen, they either have the whammy bar on it with a 3-way switch, or they have the 3-way switch with a wrap tail. But this configuration right here is pretty rare because most of the ones that I've seen are all like just any other PRS that they make. This one is pretty cool. Really like this one. So we're gonna go ahead and finish getting this packed up in here. I do have a nice soft cover for it to throw in here. I'll stick that in there. I want to detune it real quick while I'm thinking of it. Normally I would take the 3-way switch tip off and stick it in the compartment, but we don't have that. It has a 5-way selector. So I'm going to go ahead and just back these down about 3 turns each, just to take the tension off. I always go the wrong way on this side. No matter how many times I do it, my first turn or two is always the wrong way. Okay, so now we don't have a bunch of tension yanking on the neck, so if it takes a jar in shipping, it doesn't have all that string tension pulling on it. I highly recommend you do that if you're going to ship a guitar anywhere, because there's a lot of pounds per square inch on these strings when they're tuned up, and that can snap the headstock or even break the heel if it takes a good jar. So we're going to go ahead and stick this down in here and basically just give it a little extra protection while it's in shipping. I'm going to use this to take up a little bit of that extra space in the case there, get the air out of it. All right, so that's it. It's the last time we'll see this one. And hopefully, when Matt buys his new one, he'll bring it on the show and show you what he replaced this with. So he's going to get another PRS. He said maybe 2. He wants custom 24s. So hopefully we'll see what he ended up getting. So now we know this is the bottom. You always want to keep your bottom oriented so you don't lose track of it. You don't want to put it in headstock down, especially when you're shipping something like this. So, oop, slipped out of my hand there. This is just going to give some extra protection because, you know, when you're shipping out a very expensive guitar like this, actually, before I do that, usually I will cover a case in a plastic bag or something like that. There is a couple little blemishes on this case, like I showed in the video, but if you cover the case with a plastic bag or something soft like this, when it's moving around in the box, which it doesn't move much, especially this one, it's got a square case, so it keeps it from chafing, you know, rubbing the vinyl and making marks on it and stuff. What is going on here? It was going real good until a certain point. I need to stop. Let's see if we can get it to feed down in there. I caught something. Being stubborn. Boy, that just backfired like you wouldn't believe. I'll go ahead and put it upside down here for a minute. What the hell is going on here? Oh well, I guess that don't matter. We'll just fold it over. It's way longer than it needs to be. But anyways, yeah, just keep your orientation so you know that the bottom is bottom. That way when you stick it in the box and you put your shipping label in it or on it, your orientation is always up. And another thing I like to do too is make sure you put your shipping label on the very top of the box. That way they're always apt to stand it on end instead of laying it face down or whatever. And if you do put it on the box, put it on the front side of the guitar. But just to keep from any confusion, it's just easier to put it on the top. I hit my black light. So there is that. And then we'll put this in here. Take up that final little bit of space and close it up there. And that thing is not going nowhere. That's the one thing I do like about the square style cases. You can use those in a fender box, just like I just showed you. And you don't have to worry about using a ton of bubble wrap and all that kind of stuff. Now, I know you bought this on Reverb, but I got absolutely tons of this eBay tape. So I am going to use it up, but I used to sell a lot of stuff on eBay, and then the scams just, they were getting out of control. And I wouldn't let people get over on me. I just stopped selling. I was like, this is enough. It's great for buying. It's a buyer's market. I actually did a video how people scam you and rip you off, and I'm not going to be part of it. So I just stopped selling on eBay. Like I said, it's a good place to buy. You just got to be really careful. Watch your seller ratings before you buy anything on eBay. Look at their feedback, how long they've been a member, all that kind of stuff. That's why I stick to Reverb, because Reverb, that's all they do is musical instruments. So you don't have to worry about too many yahoos, because if you're on Reverb, you're a musician or a collector, or you're just a hobby player that likes to collect guitars. Nonetheless, you're going to avoid a lot of yahoos on Reverb. It's been a long time since I've had any kind of issue on Reverb. I think my last issue that I had, which really wasn't an issue, I listed Kevin's Les Paul. This is a guy from church, Matt. He's our guitarist. Kevin was our drummer. He moved. He's at a different church now, but he doesn't want his guitar no more, so I put that up for sale, and like this one, it sold overnight. But this guy actually had feedback and credible history on Reverb, where the guy that purchased that one, I knew right away it was probably not gonna happen, just because I could tell he had no feedback. He was a brand new member, and he ended up not paying, so I relisted that one, which is unfortunate for Kev, because I was trying to help him out, and I still have it up for sale. We just lowered that price a little bit, so If you guys are interested in that, check it out, make them an offer. But I don't normally sell guitars for other people. Matt and Kevin, they're close friends from church, so I'm just doing it as a favor. I usually don't do it because I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's stuff. And I imagine I could take things on consignment, but it's just something I never really wanted to venture into. And just buy, sell, and trade my own things. So I think that'll do it on the top. I always like to, just rule of thumb, most people won't check. They don't even think about it, but do the bottom again. You just never know what kind of condition the original packing tape is in. And this one's actually in really good shape. My dad's brand new acoustic came in this that we got him for Christmas, so it's a really good box. But I do like to just cover myself and put a few extra pieces on the bottom just to make sure it's not going to come apart. These fender boxes are actually built really stout, so I don't see having any problems with it. I'm going to have to cut that off, grab some more tape here. I've got plenty of it. Got a whole tote. What had happened is I was going through so much tape there for a while. I was trying to find the best deal I could on tape. And it just so happened a seller had an absolute buttload of this, way cheaper than what I could buy half of it for. So I lucked out and got it. But the only thing is it does say eBay all over it, which isn't that big a deal. It's just tape, right? So anyhow, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the silver burst is missing. So I sent that over to Matt, let him screw around with it for a little bit and have him tell me what he thinks about it. And I'm gonna try to get him to come over here and play it for you guys and see what it sounds like with 3 pickups, a 6-way switch, and a 5 capacitor baritone switch. And we are waiting, now that we have the tributes dropped off down at Lay's Loft, for refinishes. While I'm waiting for those, I have to find something else to do, and I got quite a few different things in mind of what to do, but I think I might dig into the BB King and get to rewiring that and putting the original parts back in it. I'm not sure. You guys have to stay tuned for that, but just wanted to get this boxed up for him tonight. I don't know why I put the clear tape away. I gotta weigh it. It's late. Unfortunately, I gotta go to work tomorrow and all that fun stuff, so let's see what we weigh here. Go ahead and show you. I never got to show you guys the process of this, so I got it on pounds and ounces. Stick that up here. 28 pounds, 3 ounces. So we will just round that up to 29 pounds even. So really simple. You go to your reverb, you go to your orders, click the order, purchase shipping label. Got a piece of tape stuck to me there. All right, so you scroll down, make sure your address and his address is correct. We're going to use inches and pounds. Length, it's probably like 47 by 17 by 6, but I will measure it just to make sure here. So let's see how close I am. Some of these boxes vary. Yeah, this one's 44. All right, well, Gibson boxes are 47, so our length is 44. What did I say, 17? This is probably 16. Nope, 18. So the width is 18. Height, I think I said 6. What do we got here? We got 7. All right, so I was close. They vary all a little bit. So what did I say that was, 7? Yeah, 7. And if you don't put the correct measurements in here, they will ding you. 28.3, we're gonna do 29. Signature required. Yes, protect this shipment for 50 bucks. That's not bad. My last guitar that I sent out, which was the Zach Wild one, that cost me $170 just for insurance. So the insurance on this one is 50 bucks. Review rates. Come on. Is my Wi-Fi on? Yeah, it's on. All right. So let's see here. Shipping costs $72, $98, $88, $170, $124. I think I'll go with the $72 shipping. So 72 plus the 50 shipping, see get label. All right, so that's all I have to do. So now I can view the shipping label. Click here, all printers. Searching for the printer. Print, and boom. I go upstairs, I grab my label, I trim it out because it comes out on a big piece of paper, and I'll use my clear tape and stick it right here to the top. So that's how easy it is to buy and sell and ship through Reverb. The one nice thing about Reverb is, like you just seen, the shipping label, you get to pick from all the carriers, your insurance, signature required, everything purchased through Reverb. It's all documented. There's no hassles. If you have any kind of issue whatsoever, it's all documented in Reverb. It's not like you took it to the post office and you had to add the tracking number, and then if something happened, you have to say, well, I got insurance and blah. You know what I mean? There's just a whole lot less dicking around. You just do everything right through Reverb. Smooth transaction, done, taken care of. I've never had an issue with Reverb or anything that I've sold there, so knock on wood. Pray to God that this makes it to the man safely, because it's a beautiful guitar and I'd hate to see anything happen to this. So as soon as Matt comes over with his new replacement, we'll check that out. And also, if you guys are still watching, eventually I will get the pastor's guitar that we went down to Lay's and purchased. You guys seen him playing it while we were there and purchasing it. You've seen it getting set up and everything, but I'll bring it here and we'll do a quick rundown on it. But it's just an absolute beautiful guitar. It's a Takamine PD7, so it's a pro version, just gorgeous, all flame maple inlays and binding and everything. Just really nice guitar. I'm actually really impressed with it, and I'm a Gibson guy, and I think this has a quality that rivals most Gibson acoustics. So we'll eventually get to check that out. But I guess that's it for right now, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have more stuff coming and more projects to do. So we're also getting close to that 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 901 or 902 subscribers now. So once we break that 1,000 mark and hold it, we're going to start doing the giveaways. So stay tuned for that. Till then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks again.